Hello viewers, I'm Simon Preston and welcome to Reggae Boys Commentary. Yeah, no, the jerseys have been taken down. A bit of renovation going on in my office, but not to worry, the show must go on. Am I right or am I right? So, Jamaica against the United States, a big game in the CONCACAF Gold Cup on Wednesday evening in Nashville, Tennessee. Winner will book their spot into the Gold Cup final, while the loser, that's it. Well, everyone knows the history between Jamaica and the United States. In any sport, we know how much of a big deal it is. Football, rugby league, rugby union, you name it. This is a big rivalry. Jamaica and the United States. I was at the National Stadium. I was privileged to see Jamaica beat the United States for the first time ever at the senior level, September 7, 2012. I wasn't there at the National Stadium in May 2007 when we beat them at the under-17 level, where Deva Orgil was the captain of that team. You put that aside as well. Andrew Edwards in 2015 in Honduras. He led Jamaica to a victory over the United States, a 1-0 victory. Nicholas Nelson with that penalty. You take that aside, you think about the Gold Cup in 2015 as well, where Jamaica defeated the United States 2-1. And not too long ago, well, June 5, so less than a month ago, we defeated the United States 1-0 courtesy of a Shamar Nicholson strike. You know, up until that victory against USA on June 5, every time we've defeated the USA, either the winning goal or all the goals in the game came from dead ball opportunities or set pieces. The 3-2 win over the United States at the under-17 level, the penalty was the winner in both under-17 games. If you look at the first time we've ever beat them at the senior level, 2 free kicks, 2-1, Luton Shelton, Rudolph Austin, bang bang. Then you go to the Gold Cup 4 years ago at the same semi-final stage. Darren Mattox a head in from a throw-in and a Giles Barnes rocket into the corner. And now Shamar Nicholson has just blown up this theory that we only beat the United States from dead ball and set pieces. Granted though, it was a shot outside the box. So that has given the United States a handful, and I do expect it to be a key ingredient in how we take on the United States. That's what I would like to see the team do as well. Test Zach Steffen. I don't rate him. He's not impressive. For him to be on Manchester City's books, it's head scratching to me. Very. You test him from long range, and I promise you there will be errors. Whether it is a Shamar Nicholson, a Kevin Lambert, Damien Lowe, I don't think he's going to be involved with the yellow cards. So you take that aside. Will Jamoy Topi get his opportunity, or Michael Hector? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I personally would go with Jamoy Topi. People might say, well, he's inexperienced, he's young. How else are you going to get experience? How else do you get experience? Experience is not something that you go out and buy in a shop. Experience is something that you gain over time. And how else are you going to give Jamoy Topi experience unless you play him? That's the only way he's going to get experience, when he plays. I have nothing wrong with Jamoy Topi starting against USA in a Gold Cup semi-final. Nothing wrong with that at all. No problem at all. I applaud the move if it happens. I wouldn't change my fullbacks. Going to midfield, I suppose that Kevin Lambert and Michael Hector will apply that neutralization in the holding midfield positions. The front three, the US will be physical. They will be much more physical than the Panamanians did. So I expect Shamar Nicholson to start once more. Deva Orgil, I want him to run the socks off of the Americans. Yeah, keep them on their toes. What are the United States' threats? Well, we've seen Greg Berhalter, who actually played with Jonathan Ricketts at the LA Galaxy and was part of that team that won the MLS Cup in 2011. He said that what he plans to do is to neutralize Jamaica out wide. So this would, in theory, limit whatever Alvas Powell, Junior Flemings, Kemar Lawrence may have to go moving forward, because he knows what we're capable with from set pieces. So if you're spreading numbers across wide, then there will be holes to exploit centrally. You get where I'm going with this? So the long range shots centrally will be an avenue that we'll have to use in this game, and I don't have an issue with that whatsoever. Should Darren Mattox start? I wouldn't start him. I would go with Darren Mattox coming in the last half an hour of the game. I want him to go at the tired legs. After Shamar Nicholson and Devo Orgill gets the defense of the Americans uneasy, we'll put on Darren Mattox to really put some fire onto them and put some venom, and hopefully that will create an error or two and Jamaica can get the victory. It's weird, isn't it? Because in the last encounter, remember I said I was thinking that the Panama game would be our last game of the tournament. This also could be our last game of the tournament, because if you lose, you go home. I feel there's a sneaky thing going on in Nashville, Tennessee. The Americans will have Gyasi Zardes to look on, but at the same time, Josie Altidore might be the individual that is called upon. He scored against Jamaica at the 2017 Gold Cup. It's a rematch of the Gold Cup final from 2 years ago. Andre Blake should have a busy evening. Christian Pulisic, Michael Bradley, those are other players that will be giving the Americans some help. Omar Gonzalez, the 6'5" defender. Yeah, watch out for him from set pieces. He's going to be a real handful. So, my prediction. The United States. 1. Jamaica. 2. Can this game go extra time? Yeah. United States 1, Jamaica 1. Jamaica nick it in extra time. That's what I'm gonna go with. That's my gut feeling. And we battle to take on Mexico in the final. Reggae Boys fans, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think Jamaica will get to the final? Do you think this will be our last game of the tournament? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to Reggae Boys Commentary.